I think what prompted me to sign Hey Sinamika was primarily uh, the fact that Brinda Master was telling a fun story. Brinda Master herself, who I adore her. I've worked with her quite a few times, and I love the way she works. And this was her first directorial. This is the first film that she's directing, and there was, she was so particular that she wanted Dulquer and me, like we were the first two people who were signed for this film, and she just insisted that she will only make the film with the two of us. So there was also that, that kind of confidence and loyalty, and it was also the fact that when there's a director who believes so much in you and sees you as, in their vision, then I feel very excited about working on a film like that. So it was a combination of story, director, actor. Madan Karki narrated it to me. It was a lot of fun. Also the fact that I get to play something very different from what I usually play. So I think that's what made me sign Hey Sinamika.
And you are especially popular in Malayalam, and Dulquer sir is also in the film. So how was that equation with Dulquer sir working?
Honestly, I've done one film in Malayalam, but that film got a lovely response, and I enjoyed doing it. But I don't think the language had anything to do with it. DQ and I are friends. We have been friends, and we were friends before we signed this film. So for us, actually, it was quite, it was exciting and fun, but it was also, I think it was also important for us to, okay, I'm going to take this again. I'll redo this. So actually, I've only done one film in Malayalam, so I don't think language had anything to do with it, even though I got a great response for that film. But DQ himself does films in various languages, so it's not really about the language that we're working in or where he comes from or where I come from. It's also about the fact that we are friends, we were looking forward to working together, and this seemed like a film that we were both as excited about, and we both love Brinda Master a lot, and for both of us it was this thing that we have to do this film with Master, for Master, together. And it's such a nice thing, it's the first time that two people work together. They've worked together on such a happy project, where everybody is just so happy to be on set every day. So it was a lot of fun.
Was there anything special that you did to adapt yourself for your role in Hey Sinamika?
Actually, my role in Hey Sinamika is different from what I usually play. So everybody sees me a particular way usually, but as I always say, there are various sides to a person's personality, and maybe only people very close to me get to see a goofy side or a badmash side, and I feel like because Brinda Master has done many rehearsals with me, she's seen that side of me, and I think she tapped into that when she wanted to cast me for Mauna. So I really enjoyed myself. It was almost like there were no rules. I could just do anything. And obviously Brinda Master would keep like veering me back into whatever we needed to do. But it was a lot of fun for me. I used to have giggling fits on set, which were a cause for a lot of distress. Dulquer wanted to kill me at various points, but I really enjoyed myself. And I could like just be goofy and be mad through the shoot of this film. So I just let myself like enjoy myself. That's what I did with this.
Yeah, that's where we were coming next. That in the trailer we got to see your comic side.
Yes.
So how did you try your hands at comedy?
Actually, with comedy or whatever it is, I've never really done it before, but I feel a lot of it is in the script and in the situations and in the staging of it, because I think the ability to make people laugh is actually one of the most difficult things. You can make people cry with you, you can make people fall in love, you can, when they're watching, but to make people laugh, I really think it's one of the hardest things. So I didn't look at it as oh, now I'm doing comedy. The situations were like that, the way that it's written, we thought were funny. Or were fun to do. It was fun to play out those scenes. And we had a lot of really interesting actors with us. Like apart from DQ and me, there's some really incredible people from from stand-up comic background, from television, and they're really funny people. So it was fun to be also with them on set.
You're actually a very good dancer, and your director is a leading choreographer. So how did that impact on working with Master?
With Brinda Master, what was really incredible was she did not bring out her choreographer on set when she was directing us. That was put away because sometimes you can also choreograph rhythmically, and there can be a lot of direct rhythmic in rhythm, and there can be a lot of musicality in direction. But I found that with Master, she kept those two departments very, very separate. I have to say that Brinda Master is super efficient. She doesn't waste a single second. There were days where she would look at me and she would be like, "Can you be ready in 5 minutes?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And I'd just literally tie my hair on set and put on a jacket to change the costume. So because she was taking very quick shots, lots of montages. In fact, she would because I was happy to come to set really early. I would come to set like at 7 in the morning, and she would knock off all my montage portions. So Master was a director when she was a director, and a choreographer when she had to be a choreographer. But I know that because this was her film, and because she has choreographed me before, I think she really pushed me to take long shots when we were doing the dance song. So I have shot practically the entire song in one take, and we would do like really long shots. So I finished all my dance portions really fast. But that also has to do with the fact that I have worked with Master before. Master's assistant Leela, I've worked with her so much, and Master knows that I want my rehearsals. So I want like 2 days clean rehearsals so that I come to set and then I don't have to repeat a shot because I made a mistake. So I love to dance. So I just want the camera to roll and for me to dance. So because Master knows that, we worked accordingly. So yeah, apart from that, I think there was no, yeah.
Is there anything special you want to talk about Master as a director?
I think what I love about Master is the fact that she's like a very excitable child on set. She enjoys it. Sometimes Master would be laughing more than any of us. Like sometimes, before you called cut, you would hear Master giggle. And because it was not sync sound, it was okay. So, and she would enjoy herself so much when she was directing that I think it was very infectious. Also, I think, apart from the fact that for an actor, at least for me, I'm completely a director's actor. I trust my directors. I surrender to their vision. I enjoy working with directors that I respect. But apart from the fact that she was very clear about what she wanted and she gave us a lot of freedom, she also, I think she was also, and it's very important to be able to take the entire team with you, so to be a really amazing captain, I think is one of the most important things that a director does, to keep everyone in good spirits, happy. Sometimes you're working long hours, sometimes it's hot, but everybody just wants to be there for the director, for the vision, for the story, for each other. I think that's a really, really beautiful thing. So we were completely with Master. Whatever she wanted, we were there. And if she asked for 1, we were happy to give her 100. It was like that. So I think a director just effortlessly does that. And Brinda Master is effortlessly that person. I don't know a single person who doesn't love Brinda Master, but I always tell her I love her best.
How was your experience of sharing screen space with Kajal Agarwal for the first time?
So Kajal has a lot of experience. She's done a huge number of films in the South. She's a very popular actor there. I actually didn't have too many scenes with her, but I had some key important scenes with her. She actually came in the last 10-15 days of shoot. So DQ and I had been working, and then she joined us later. So it was almost like we had it was almost like, you know, when you're in school and then somebody joins in class 11 and 12, it is a bit like that. So there was suddenly a new energy on set. And I have to credit Kajal with the fact that she, you know, in 2 days, she was completely in sync with all of us and with how we were working, and the fact that we used to giggle so much all the time, and we were all buddies on that set, and I really credit her with the fact, and I think it comes from her experience that she slips into, you know, molding herself to work with different units, and I really credit her with that, because sometimes it's quite like, you know, it can be daunting to walk onto a set where everybody has you know, has been working together for so long. So it was great fun working with her, and I also really admired how she manages language, and you know, it's a lot of skill, you know, when you don't know the language and you are able to convince people that you know it. So I admire that, and she does it with like a boss like quality, you know. So because I really mug my lines, and before I come to set I'm like, oh, I have to get my lines out, and she's very cool. Because I think she's just done it so many times, so she just like manages. So I find that quite cool. It's experience, and I always doff my hat to that.
நீங்க subscribe பண்ணுங்க தாஸ் cinema.